Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your one and only Forex coach, Team Legend, and I'm super excited having you guys here today. On this video, I'm gonna be talking about support and resistance. Okay, but before I proceed, could you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out a thing and you get to be the first to get notified whenever I post awesome videos like this. Because on this channel, I'll be posting videos that's gonna help you in your forex career. All right, so have you subscribed? Have you turned on the notification bell? If you've done that, thank you very much. Let's proceed. Now today I'll be talking about support and resistance, okay, and how effective support and resistance can be in your forex career. Now support and resistance is all about an area where price supports price to go to the upside, or an area where price resists price to go to the downside. Okay, so by the word you understand, support to the upside, resists to the downside. Supports to go up, resists from going up, instead it pushes it down. So this is a typical example of support and resistance for an uptrend. For a downtrend, okay, we can see clearly that this is a downtrend. So we have price here hitting, so we have price here moving to the downside, creating some lower highs. Okay, so from this high we have a lower high, and then we have a lower high here. Okay, so now price gave a support at this junction, and when price moved to the upside for a while, it pushed down with full force and broke out of the support zone. Now look at what happened when price got to the zone and took here as support. When it moved to the upside, what happened? It took this area as resistance. So this zone became resistance, preventing price from moving further to the upside, but rather price began to push down to the downside. So that's what we talk about: resistance. Price resisting price from moving further, but rather pushing it down. Now look at what happened here. When price got to the zone, it became support for price, and it supported price to go to the upside before price faced the resistance on this zone, right? So when price got resisted, it pushed deep down to the downside with full force, and what happened? Price found another support here. Okay, price found another support somewhere around here, and then with price with the support of on this zone, price pushed back to the upside and then got resisted at the previous support zone. Okay, so you're gonna understand that whenever price breaks out of a certain structure and begins to rally back to the upside, there's every tendency that zone that was formerly a support to price might likely turn to resistance. Okay, the same thing happened here in an uptrending market, which we can see clearly that this is an uptrending market creating higher highs. And okay, so price on this side went to the upside, got resisted by this zone, came down, found support in a certain zone. Okay, found support in a certain zone, and then when it found support there, price moved with full momentum in market and pushed to the upside. And when it got to the upside, what happened? Price got here and found resistance. So with the power of resistance, price pushed back to the downside, now having this previous resistance to become support. And while it became support, what happened? Price pushed to the upside with full force, breaking out of the zone, and price moved to the upside, now found another resistance at the zone. Okay, found another resistance at the zone, resisted to the previous support, and then pushed to the upside with full force. So this is how price keeps moving in an uptrend and also in a downtrend. Support, resistance, support, support, resistance, support, resistance. Okay, and you also need to understand that this is not how price moves all the time. All right, there are times when price will have to face indecisions in the market, and that's when we notice price doing some up and down moves, up and down moves, up and down moves, and then we call that what? A range. Okay, that's what we call a ranging market, when price have no positive or even negative direction. It just keeps moving up and down, up and down. We call that what? A range. We also call that consolidation. In case if you hear people tell you, hey, price is consolidating at the moment, it simply means that price is actually ranging. Okay, there's no direction for the moment. And I always tell my traders, if you want to be a trend trader, always trade with a trend. When price is trending up, you look for buying opportunities. When price is trending down, you look for what? Selling opportunities. But when price is in the range, allow the market to decide. Don't trade. That's what I always tell my students. Now let us go to the chart and observe the use of support and resistance. Now we get to see how price have played lately at this junction. Okay, I'll just cut this off from here. Okay, now let us watch how price have always reacted within the supports and resistance lines that we have here. Now look at the way price was busy coming to the downside, right? It was a downtrend at this junction, at this time period of time, I mean to say. So price began going down and found support somewhere. Price found support somewhere around here. Okay, this was where price found support and pushed to the upside. Now while price was busy pushing to the upside, what happened? Price went to this zone and found resistance around here. So this was where price found resistance. Okay, so we call that resistance. So price found resistance around here, and then what happened? Price got pushed to the downside, and when it pushed to the downside, what happened again? Price found a new support. Where did price found a new support? Price found a new support around here. Okay, this was where price found a new support. So after price found support here, what happened again? Price moved to the upside, found resistance here again. This was where price found another resistance. Now this was a previous resistance zone, if you get to observe in the market, and price got resisted again in the zone. But what happened this time? Instead of price resisting to go to the downside, price actually went even higher and higher. Now when price went higher and higher, that is why I told you guys that price would never move in the support and resistance direction all the time. Sometimes you will always face this kind of moves. Okay, so price got moved to the upside and then finally found resistance. So this is where it has been resisted in the past. Okay, and then when it found resistance, what happened? Price pushed to the downside. Look how price pushed to the downside. Now price have found support here again. Okay, price have found support around here again, and that is why you see price moving to the upside for a little while. But what happened after that? Price still found pushed deep down to break out of that zone. Okay, and finally it broke out of it and is on its way going to the downside. So the help of support and resistance is very impactful to the market, because it gives you an edge to know what to look out for, where to expect or what to anticipate, where you should begin to think the price might likely go next, because that's what trading is all about. Where do you anticipate price to go? You work it out, you analyze it, and you figure it out. Okay, so that's exactly how price keeps moving. And if we want to use just this downtrend to observe what we've just learned, we get to see that here was a resistance in the past, and suddenly here became support. Okay, resistance to the downside, support to the upside, resistance to the downside somewhere here. Okay, and with full force it broke out of this zone. When it broke out, it found another new support around here. And then what happened? When price moved up, what happened when price found support here, it pushed to the upside and found here to be resistant and pushed down with full force, found support here, pushed to the upside again. Okay, when it pushed to the upside, it then found here as a new resistance zone. This zone was a previous support before, it now became a new resistance zone, and price pushed to the downside, found support somewhere around here, pushed back that same zone, resisted price with full force, price broke deep down here, found a new support. So here it found a new support and rallied straight back to the upside, got resisted again by this previous resistance zone, and with full force price broke out again. So this is how price keeps moving up and down when it's in a healthy trend. So this is a typical example of a healthy downtrending market. Price giving you the lower highs and the lower lows, keep going with good support and resistance level. So at this junction, you get to see a lot of traders making it big if they catch the move at the right time, and that was exactly how I caught this move when I observed how price moved and got resisted a second time after the first resistance, and I took that entry somewhere around here, and price moved for a while, almost hit my TP, but it began to go back down. So that's exactly how you use your support and resistance to take your trades. Okay, and at the same time, make sure that you always practice with your demo account, and as long as you keep practicing, you're always going to see yourself winning. For the meantime, I remain your one and only Forex Q coach, Team Legend. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's keep winning.